All right, here in round one, our opponent's got the choice. Sounds a bit awkward. No creatures, but and no blue source. 14 creatures total in the deck. We're on the draw. I guess I try it. 14 potential draws that would at least be a creature, but I guess how many actual... it doesn't exactly count. All right. Still not the worst hand ever, but we don't get a nice aggressive start, which could certainly pose some issues for us. All right, well, there's a fine draw. Now we actually have a pretty good turn progression. We get to go Watcher into Hero's Blade equip. All right, Morph it is. There's a good draw. All right, let's do Watcher and pass. Next turn, I probably just equip if I'm given the option. Although if he leaves up like Force Away mana, I probably just reveal Horde Chief and get in and then play Horde Chief. Bitter Revelation. All right. Well, now we're much more likely to equip the Hero's Blade and get in with a big fat flyer. But getting the double future equip targets isn't bad either. I mean, that's a lot of various guys I'll be able to equip to. But the question is, do I want to sacrifice 3 damage now for a dude on the board? And I think the answer is yes. I mean, it is debatable, but let's get the Horde Chief down. I can equip next turn. I kind of like getting just more bodies. And I think I'm actually going to Defiant Strike here too. I'm on the hunt for just more action, so certainly not the most exciting use of the card, but not too bad either. Alright, so now we have a lot of various things we can equip to. A pretty developed board state, pretty good finishing card in our hand in case we get flooded. He's got to deal with our flying creature, or otherwise he's going to be taking too much damage from above, I would say. Can't really Death Frenzy us for too much value at all, actually. Just 2 for 2s. Not even 2 for, it's like more like 2 for 1, so. Unless, of course, this is like a Dragon's Eye Savants. I guess if this is an abomination, then my Hero's Blade equip on the Watcher of the Roost is still going to be a trade, and it's probably an okay trade, though. It costs both of us our turn, essentially. He has to pay the 5 to unmorph. I have to pay the 4 to equip. So it's kind of just like blanking both our turns, if that's an abomination. But if it's just like if it's like one of those, if it's the Aven that bounces, that would be kind of annoying in response to an equip. I'm not sure what else could be that would annoy me too much. No attacks, all right. Well, he's got his mana up, but let's just equip, see if he can deal with that. Bounce effect or kill spell of some sort. I think we just get in and pass. See what he does. Bounce or something. Whisk away. All right. Whisk Away is not too bad. I mean, basically, costs him a card, costs us a draw step, but I don't know. I don't think it's that bad for us. Guess I can just equip Horde Chief and swing for 5 too. I mean, I don't have to reveal the fact that I've got Jeskai Charm to him. I can also just swing with Horde Chief, play Watcher, pass, next turn. I kind of want to get in for 5 here, though, to make our Crater's Claws that much better. All right, let's see if he's got a bounce effect here. Could have Force Away, but Force Awaying our Horde Chief's not really that big of a deal, I don't think. Whisk Awaying it again is kind of annoying, but not the end-all be-all. All right, he's taking it. So at least we're working towards a Crater's Claws being lethal, which currently does, with Ferocious, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so if we can connect one more time, we can kill him with a Crater's Claws. Well, I guess the old life gain sort of changes that. He does have 6 mana, which means Woolly Loxodon could be a thing, but he's attacking with both, so I don't think so, no. Let's see if he unmorphs. No unmorph either. Wouldn't mind a blue mana to get Jeskai Charm online, but I guess at this point, I don't know exactly what I am looking for. Ooh, I would say that's a pretty good one. Let's morph this. Let's swing with Horde Chief and Warrior. And then post-combat, we're going to reveal Dragonscale General and play it. I mean, granted, I could have not played the morph. I probably should have just waited on the morph, but looks like, oh. Well, in that case, let's reveal Dragonscale General. So we gain our life. He kills our guy. He takes some damage. Play the Dragonscale General and bolster. So I could have dealt 8 to him with the Crater's Claws, but he still would have Douse and Gloomed, I assume? Maybe not. I mean, we're pretty close to killing him here. We're 1 land short currently of a lethal Crater's Claws. Let's just do it. See if it... See if he's got bounce effect or Reach of Shadows. Alright, got the win there. Let's see what the 3 cards were. Pinewalker, Pet, and Glacial Stalker. Got it. Off blue mana that whole time, but Crater's Claws did some work. General looked pretty good. Hero's Blade played well, let's be honest. Hero's Blade did play well for us, despite the clunky cost and the multiple good, bounce effects or whatever. Whisk Away. Still played well. We haven't seen any enchantments yet out of our opponent. Disdainful Stroke doesn't stop Morph. Um, I think we're good until I see a enchantment and motivated to bring in the advantage. Yeah, I don't even know why I picked up a race. Totally unnecessary with double Abzan advantage. Um, Valley Dasher actually seems really good against him, honestly. He didn't play anything other than a Morph that whole game. What would I want to run it over? Maybe one of our Defiant Strikes. Because he's got the bounce effects, I guess. This is totally just based on the fact that I'll be the first to admit, it's totally based on the fact he just played a bunch of Morphs to start her off. So whether this Valley Dasher pans out for us or not, that's the only reason I'm bringing it in now over a Defiant Strike. Because Defiant Strike's usually a pretty easy card to, to swap out. And Valley Dasher just seems kind of good in this matchup. Although we are on the draw now, which makes it worse, but I'm still kind of interested in it. I mean, it doesn't match up that well against a Sidisi's pet, but still. All right. All right, well, we're keeping it. It's a pretty good hand, actually. Although, no, I guess it's a good hand. I can't really complain about this hand at all. Typhoid Rats, all right. Well, we get to do Valley Dasher for 2 damage, I think. Oh, well, Valley Dasher suddenly got a lot worse. Guess we do a post-combat one so I can trade with the Typhoid Rats if he chooses to attack. Turns out Valley Dasher doesn't pair that well against Archer's Parapet. 3 cards left in our opponent's hand, so I do feel good about that. Creator's Claws, I could kill his Morph, but don't need to do that yet. Let's just play the Bloodfire Expert and pass. I guess we have to attack with our Valley Dasher, but it's fine. Creator's Claws is turned on with the Bloodfire Expert, something to keep in mind. Light Form would be a good top deck. We will be needing a red or a blue mana at some point to cast Jeskai Charm. Debating whether I want to just kill his Morph. Let's see which ones he takes. So he's putting the unblockable guy in his hand. Thankfully we can deal with that, so not an emergency situation. Probably just want to Jeskai Charm at some point, I think. No attacks with the Typhoid Rats is kind of nice. Alright, let's just do the Mystics, and then we'll pass. Basically, we're just setting up for a Jeskai Charm doing a lot of work for us. If he chooses to block our guys with his Parapet. But for now, I don't mind where we're at. Can use Crater Claws if I have to on something. But other than that, we might have to take a beating from a Morph for a little while. Yes, I could have killed his guy, but we'll see. Didn't unmorph it. Alright. See if he just plays the Mystic. No plays. No, that's interesting. Let's, ooh, well, that's not bad either. Let's go ahead and just swing with our Valley Dasher. Oops, not revealed, graveyard. Alright, and then we'll play the general and see if we get a bolster effect here, which should be nice. We do. Alright. So pump our Bloodfire Expert, or is he going to remove something here? Very good. Alright. Okay. So why didn't he unmorph it? I don't know. It's certainly interesting. Alright. I assume that's a Mystic of the Hidden Way. Oh, he's got a Delve and Hooting Mandrills. Alright, he's got a pretty highly developed board state, but keep in mind we've got the Jeskai Charm. Just sort of chilling for us at the moment. Guess we just play double Student and then pass. Yes, granted, we're losing our Valley Dasher, but I think at this point I'm just going to accept that that sideboard plan didn't work out. And instead have it make my Treasure Cruise one cheaper, which could be okay. I also could have not played those pre-combat. That was probably would have been a wiser idea, but I'm speculating that he likely would have blocked anyway. So no bolster this time around. Click a creature I want to bolster 0. Nice. So Jeskai Charm would certainly be a good gain for us. Take our 3. Still just on the hunt for some good mana here. Unfortunately not finding it. So I can Crater's Claws the Pine Walker. Huh. It also makes our Treasure Cruise a little bit cheaper. But we're still a couple short of that. No enchantments to bring back. I do want to bolster, but I can't. Maybe we just kill the Mystic. Leaves him with some fatties here, I guess, but I'm not going to attack this turn anyway, I don't think. And the reason I paid 2, even though I have the 4 power, is because could have killed my guy in response and then wouldn't have been able to kill it. Although, I guess I would have had the Mystics anyway, so it's probably a moot point, but I can't play anything, so it doesn't really matter. Guess we got to chill out a little bit longer here. I guess the one, I've kind of staved off the damage, which is nice. Not utilizing my Dragon Scale General, but alright, I can afford to take that. Can't really bolster, yeah. Alright, so I'm just trying to cast Jeskai Charm, or even Elite Scale Guard would be pretty nasty here. Elite Scale Guard would be brutal against my opponent. So really just on the hunt for some lands, preferably a mountain or an island. No attacks is nice. Alright, there's our 5th land, so let's play the Scale Guard here. We're gonna buff our Lotus Eye Mystics. And then we're going to attack. Alright, so I can't tap down now. So, alright, I think I have to accept that. And then we pass. So, Scale Guard did his job, thankfully, but certainly would have liked him. Well, I mean, the good news is we have Treasure Cruise online now, so hopefully the card advantage does some work for us. Bathe in Dragonfire can take out a Mandrills or a Typhoid Rats, both of which are fine. Let's, why don't we just cruise for now? Still kind of on the hunt for a red land. So there's the red land, but we also have the Cove. Probably just play the Cove and then pass. I don't want to trade anything for a Typhoid Rats, and I can Bathe in Dragonfire the Rats next turn. Can actually Bathe plus Jeskai Charm, I think, which is pretty good. So we're going to chill out another turn here. So it can deal another damage to us, which is fine. Forgot to use this Parapet, which is certainly fine. Alright, Bondkin's not that big of a deal. Just really hunting for a good opportunity to use my goodies. Alright, let's play the mountain. Let's Bathe in Dragonfire the Rats. Get our prowess. Then we'll swing with team. Everything but the general, actually. Because Jeskai Charm's going to do some work for us, for sure. So this is going to bring this out of range of Pine Walker, but not kill it. This is going to kill Mandrills and bring it out of range. He's going to take 8 damage and trade with Bondkin. Yeah, I guess that's acceptable. Admittedly, it's not as good as I want, but we're also going to get a good bolster at the end. And I think that's going to work well for us. Gotta tap my mana right, though. We're also going to gain copious amounts of life, so there is that as well. He could have a Force Away or something, but we'll see what he's got. Looks like he doesn't have it. All right. Yeah, I'd say that worked out pretty well for us. And we get to triple bolster. So now we have just an enormous Dragon Scale General. A pretty healthy life total. Alright. Could have like Whisk Away here. So because he didn't leave it up. I'm going to play around it. I'm just going to swing with the Mystic. If he's going to whisk away something, yeah. Much prefer it be that than the actual general. So now I'll just get this guy down and we can unmorph it next turn. Alright, Abomination. Not that big of a deal, but does essentially lock down our morph guy, unfortunately. I kind of need to... Well, maybe I just reveal it now. It does put us in a kind of awkward spot, but otherwise I'm not sure how long it'll take before I draw another white spell, so it kind of unmotivates him from attacking with Abomination 2, I guess. I can't really swing with my Dragon Scale General, which sucks, because he can just double block, but we'll just play the Mystics and pass. I don't want to trade a General for either of those, really. Alright, he is swinging, so he's looting. Got rid of a land, so Disowned Ancestor, and alright. That's a pretty good one. Alright, let's cast it, get our triple prowess. That's another thing I can bring back with the Mystics too, I just realized. It's kind of interesting. Alright, so we'll hit the Pine Walker, I guess. Seems like the correct one to hit. And then we'll get in with, well, everything. Whisk away number 2, perhaps? Or an untap effect of some sort, maybe? Alright. Pretty big bolster here. On our Watcher of the Roost, no less, which is pretty insane. Yeah. Out of nowhere, have a 7/6 flyer. It's pretty brutal. Alright. So we ended up getting the match. Very good. Wow, Warflare was the next one too. Yeah, so Dragon Scale General played amazingly well, as expected. Elite Scale Guard was great. Hero's Blade played very well. Crater's Claws is always great, so deck worked out well for us there. We'll see you in round 2.